I got you. Good morning, everyone. So today is the second day in Ho Chi Minh City, or the third day in Ho Chi Minh City, right? And today I'm gonna take Lemma family around the city to explore the city history and also the city culture as well. Let's follow me.
All right.
All right. With your paper. Okay. So in our tour today, you gonna have some destination, such as temple in the Chinatown. Yes, and we're gonna go to explore the Chinatown as well, but it's gonna be for the afternoon. In the morning, we're gonna go to Independence Palace. It's also go to Central Post Office. We're gonna visit that building, and we're gonna sightseeing around Notre Dame Cathedral as well. Then I'm gonna take you around the city center for you to see the Opera House, the walking street, and after that we're gonna go to World Remnants Museum. After the museum, we're gonna go to have lunch in the Vietnamese restaurant or Indian restaurant. It's up to you. Vietnamese restaurant. Yeah. And then we're gonna go to the Chinatown. In the Chinatown, we're gonna go to visit the Mazu Temple. Yeah, that's gonna be our plan today. Is it all correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So today lunch, you wanna have Vietnamese food, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So let me arrange the restaurant for two of you.
Sure. We want to try different, Again, we're
for
going
sure.
for the Indian one.
Never
Yeah.
tried a lot.
That one we can try anytime.
Yesterday we explored a Mekong Delta already. We saw the culture. We know about the nature in the south of Vietnam. But today we're gonna get into the city history. Yeah, so you're gonna have a chance to know more about how Vietnamese, fight against America, and also how we stay against French as well. Because you know that in my country, we was occupied by many different countries before. Yeah, so at the beginning we was occupied, we were controlled by China for about 1,000 years. And after that we was occupied by French, for about 96 years. And then we had a problem with America. That was a civil war. That American, they supported the south of Vietnam to fight against the north of Vietnam. Yeah, that was the civil war when our country was separated. And after that war, we even have another war, but that wasn't popular. That was the Cambodian border and Chinese border war. That we have to fight against them. Yeah, and then from that time to now, Vietnamese, we have about 50 years that we stay independently and that we have peace. Yeah, so today we're gonna explore the French period, the American period, and then we're gonna see how the city has been changed until now. Yeah, that's gonna be our source of the tour today. All right, and of course sightseeing around the city as well. So the first thing that I want to show you, please move your camera to the right. You're gonna see a lovely building over here. This one is Ho Chi Minh City Museum, and this one was built by French for sure, right? You can see the architectures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and you know that this French palace was built by French for a museum purpose. Yeah, so you know that because French, they came to 1954. Yeah, so it was about 96 years. And you know, when they came here, they not only control Vietnam, but they also control two other countries around us, like Cambodia, Laos. And at that time, they called that area with the name Indochina. Yeah,
Indochina.
Yeah. So country, they bullied and they take control of the smaller country. And in Vietnam, French, they came here. Yeah, so they control us and they also took a lot of our resources as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in the Indochina, the colony that was controlled by French, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, I could say that Saigon, this city, this area, was the most modern city and also the most important city as well, because you know that Saigon is like this, it's like the middle in the transportation chains. From Saigon, you can gather and take you know like products from another country like Laos, Cambodia, something like that. You gather it here before you take it back to French or before you distribute it to another places. That's why back then Saigon is very modern, it's very important. And French, they call the city with the name Pearl of Indochina as well. Yeah. And today the first destination that I will take you to is gonna be Independence Palace. Long time ago, French, they built the one other palace on the same location of this. That one was Nordon Palace. Yeah, for the general governor. Right now, we're gonna go to explore. Anh mua vé cho em đúng không?
Tôi sẽ bán vé của dân cho khách.
Không phải cửa này. Cửa nào? So we are at the backyard of the palace. So right now our driver gonna take us closer to the palace before we get off the car and explore the destination. Ủa đại ca, ví dụ như mà ví dụ như mà mình không đi tham quan dinh đó, mình chỉ ở đây đậu xe xong mình đi ra có được. Palace over here, all of the trees that you're seeing right here, they are all more than 100 years.
Công này là công viên dân công chúa, công này nó cái gì
có cái gì chưa được mấy cái gì ra một số năm sau một số
công viên không khách tham quan là chỉ công này, còn cái công tham viên có những món đồ vô được đã lại có xong rồi cái dễ đi vô, cho nên là chọn cái công này nó 34
Lát đó này.
cho nên hiểu hơn biết nhiều thôi.
Thôi để biết món điều mình đi. Yeah. Oh, palace. We're gonna spend about 40 minutes here. I would suggest you take water with you, because we may need it. Here, yeah. Welcome. The weather today is very cool. I could say that you're very lucky.
Yeah.
Oh, different flower for today, right?
Yes.
Pretty. Yeah. Yesterday you had pink one.
Yes.
Today is lovely. Okay, so right now we're gonna enter the destination by the main entrance, and after that I'm gonna explore with you all of the rooms inside this place. Yeah, and now I would suggest you move to the front over there first, because I will show you some pictures. Yeah, that's gonna be a part of my history before we get in there. This one. I think we can move there. It's gonna be much more better. Over here is too close. Okay, so please stay here a bit, my friend. Let me show you some pictures before. Alright, so first of all, I'm gonna show you the pictures, and then you can guess where is it and what is it. See the picture? Okay. And can you guess which one? What is the gate in the picture and where is it? It's right there. That's true. You can take a picture over here.
Here.
Yeah. This one. Not really. Not really. Not really. Not really. Yeah. You can take a look on the pictures that the architecture you are seeing over here is different. This one is the French architectures in the picture, and the other one is pretty like a modern architectures.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you know why? Actually, on the same location, right there, right on that foundation, about 1871, French they built this. Yeah. So the name of this palace in the picture was Nordon Palace. Yeah. And do you remember that I told to you that French they control and they occupy 3 countries in Southeast Asia? That was Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia. Nordon is the name of Cambodian king back then. Yeah. And why they choose that name to name the palace? You know that because Nordon king, he was one of the first king that allowed French to put their supervisor onto their country. Yeah, that's why when French they came to Vietnam, they also want to show that vibes. Yeah, to the Vietnamese that it's gonna be better for you to allow us to control your people and also to control your country. Yeah, and you know that the palace you are seeing right here, this one, Nordon Palace, this one was built as the General Governor Palace. Yeah, for French. And you know that when French they came here, when they control three countries, when they control Indochina, Saigon was one of the most important position, and I could say that that was the most important and the most modern city, because if you're able to control Saigon, you're gonna able to control the whole transportation chains in Indochina. Yeah, and you know that this building has been stayed in our history since 1871 to 1962. Yeah, even after French left Vietnam, but this building was still stay here. Yeah, until this event. About 1954, our country was kicked French out of my country, but at that time Vietnam was divided, was separated into 2 different parts. The north of Vietnam was Vietnam Democratic Republic. That part was communism part. The south of Vietnam, Vietnam Republic. This part was, you know, a capitalism part. The south of Vietnam was supported by American. The north of Vietnam was supported by Russian and by Chinese. Yeah, 2 different ideologies and 2 different type of government as well. And they fought against each other in the Civil War. And you know that in the south of Vietnam, Vietnam Republic, this place, the palace, was commonly known as the White House in the south of Vietnam. The French palace has been stayed, but in 1962, the French palace destroyed by the the opposite side who want to run the coup d'état. Have you ever heard about coup d'état, like revolution? Because at that time, the first president who controlled the south of Vietnam was Nordon. This man, I'm gonna show you his picture. Nordon. Yeah, he was chosen by American, but he was very stubborn. Yeah, and you know that he was very strict strict president, and under the time that he controlled Vietnam, the south of Vietnam, a lot of chaos happened. That's why a lot of opposite side like military generals, they try to kill him, and they try to take his power as well. That's why the palace was bombed, because they aimed to kill him, but he will still survive. Yeah, and the palace was destroyed. The whole part over here of the palace was destroyed in 1962, and he decided, the president, he decided to build a whole new palace right on the same location, and that's why 4 years later, Independent Palace was built. Yeah, was finished to be built. Yeah, Independent Palace. But do you know that the president, he didn't even have 1 second living in this place? You know why? Because he was killed in 1963. Yeah, he was assassinated in the second time, and at that time he wasn't lucky. He passed away in the Chinatown. Yeah, and if you he was killed. If you are considering that there are 1 year since 1962 to 1963 where he stayed, and where the cabinet and where the government stay to control the whole south of Vietnam.
Yeah.
Do you remember the palace that I saw you on the way we
Yeah.
came here?
Yeah, yeah.
That palace.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah, and you know that when he was killed, the second president, sorry, Nguyễn Văn Thiệu, he controlled the south of Vietnam, and actually at that time he was pretty like a puppet. Yeah,
Ah.
he's he was like a puppet. Yeah, he didn't have that much power.
Oh, yeah.
That is just like a puppet who on a chair and who was controlled by American at the back. Yeah, and right now at the present, throughout that time, since 1966 to 1975, the palace has been staying as the White House in the south of Vietnam until 30 April 1975. At that time, the north of Vietnam, the Vietnamese communists, they won the war, and they sent 2 tanks to destroy that main entrance, and that was the end. I show you the pictures right over here. The tank, the picture with the tank. This one.
At this time.
Yeah, this tank. 30 April 1975, about 9:30 a.m. About this time.
They came to destroy, and then the war stopped from here
That's true.
between this north and south here.
That's true. Yeah. And one small question for you. Can you find the tank?
Tank
Right there.
is there.
Yeah.
There's 2 there.
Yeah. We have 2 tanks over there.
Yeah.
But can you recognize which one is from Russia, which one is from China? It's gonna be hard. Okay, you can see 2 tanks over there, right? The front one. The front one. Yeah, 390. That is the Chinese one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And the back one, T-54. That is the Russian one.
Oh,
Yeah. And actually, when they destroy the entrance first, but the first tank wasn't enter the main entrance. At that time, the Vietnamese communists, they scared that maybe under the main entrance have some landmine that could destroy their tank. That's why they hook a smaller entrance. The big one where the Mercedes just got into, and the small one right on the right hand side, that one is smaller.
yeah.
The tank destroyed the small one, but the tank stuck over there. Let me show you this picture. This one you can't see. This is the small tank. Yeah, stuck over here right at the small entrance. And then they sent the second tank, that was the Russian tank, to destroy the main entrance. Yeah, and this is the tank in the pictures. Yeah, this one is like a funny fact about my history. But you know that official history, they don't talk about this event. They just talk about the tank that destroyed the main entrance and the end of the Vietnam War. Yeah.
So what happened after the interview?
After they destroy the entrance, the troops of the tanker, they get into the building, and then they take the old, and that is the national flag that you are seeing right there. And from that time to now, this palace have been museum and a conference hall as well. Yeah. Today we're gonna.
Ah, so nice. Explaining well, right?
So I would suggest that you can stay here and take a pictures of the main entrance and of the main hall first, because today we can't visit. Because the main hall is clogged for the event. That's why we're gonna enter by the side of the building. I'm gonna show you all of the room that we're able to enter. But first, please stay over here for a while. First of all, I want to show you the layout of the building, because every single building, even the presidential or the important building like this have their own layout. So the crowd over here is the most important place, the most important flat, because right over here, this building, this chamber, this room right here, this one is the banquet room. the place where the government and the governor they used to treat their counterpart.
Yeah.
The dining room. On the other side over there, that is the cabinet room. And over here, right at the center, that is the conference hall. And this is 3 rooms that they use for governors. That the government in the south of Vietnam, they used to, welcome the international governors, or they used to run some event back then. And right now we're gonna go to the second floor, the first floor over here, to see the president room, the president receptional room, and also the president apartment as well.
What's good?
This one is a president office. The president, you can see over here, Nguyễn Văn Thiệu, is the second president in the south of Vietnam. And this is his chair. This one is his office that he, he stayed to work. And at the back of the chair, you can see the picture, his hometown, where he comes from. That is about 5-hour driving from here, Nordon. And you may not recognize once more, this door is the entrance to the bunker.
Oh, this one.
Below this building, we have one bunker, and that is nuclear weapon-proof bunker. Do you remember that about 1960, about 1970? That time is the nuclear time. That the whole world trying to have their own nuclear weapon. That's why even in Vietnam, and especially in the south of Vietnam, in this palace, they have to build nuclear bunker.
So this is the
one small thing that you can recognize. Did you see the door? Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah, the
wall.
thickness.
Freaking thick.
No, not that glass. This wall.
The wall. That time, why they have to build that thick door? Because that they have to make sure that their communication inside the room will be in the secret. Or even when they talk about some secret communication, they will not talk, but they write on the paper, and then they're gonna burn the paper at the end. Right over here, please. You can stay closer. Then you're gonna see the president's receptional room. On this flat, we have 2 receptional rooms. One over here, this is president's receptional room. On the president receptional room, and you know that about the president's receptional room, the architect he decided to separate this room into 2 rooms. One small room over here just have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 chairs. The president chair over there. This room is for important and high-class governors. For example, president to president to the high governors. The other room on this side, you can come over there. More chairs. Bigger room, more chair for the less important communication. If you're recognizing, you can see that the whole chairs over here, they are pretty same size of each other. It's not too higher, it's not too bigger. But on that room, you're gonna see that the president chair is much more bigger, much more higher. That's gonna help him to negotiate easier in the important communication. You can move your lens to see the room from the other side. Hong Kong. Yes, at that time, Vietnam and the south of Vietnam and Hong Kong, they had pretty good relationship with each other because they are pretty both same. They were supported by American as well. That's why Hong Kong they gave this carpet to the south of Vietnam as the gift. And this one also have the meaning behind. You see those dragon over here surround the center. In the center is 2 phoenix, and the dragon is surrounding it. in my country, in my culture, that is representing for longevity. And like kind of like they, you know, they give the best wishes to the pictures of this room, or take a picture first, and then I'm gonna take you to the side of the room to explain the architectures over here. Oh, be careful. Surprise the boy. All right, over here. Is ambassador room. It doesn't mean that any ambassador stay inside here, no. But this room is the room that the president he used, or the country ambassador, when they come to the south of Vietnam. You can imagine like this. You can come over here. In the room, you know that the south of Vietnam at that time, Vietnam Republic, they are trying to become their own one independent country. Yeah, so that's why they have the governor, they have the government, and they also, you know, have the political position in the world as well. That's why a lot of international ambassadors they come here. They come here to, you know, to bond the relationship between each country. And this room was the room that the president he used to treat them. So this in the center of the room, you can see the chair that belongs to the president. And every single ambassador, when they come here, they have to come here with their national leaders. Yeah, and then they talk to the president to show the president the way that they will bond two countries. Yeah, this one is ambassador room. That is the function of this. But behind this, you know, this room, I could say this one is the most expensive room. You know why? Because right there. You see the painting over there?
Yeah.
Can you guess how much is this? Yes, how much? How much? Especially how much?
$40 million.
$40 million.
Yeah.
Actually, this one was sale. How's that? Was formed with a price about 3-4 million US. Yeah, 3-4 million USD. The painting that you're seeing right here, this kind of painting is one of the oldest style of art that we have in Vietnam. Lacquer painting. Yeah, so lacquer painting is the painting that they use some, you know, expensive materials like gold, silver, egg shells, oyster shells. They crane on the wood, and then they use lacquer resin. That is the kind of like, you know, like one liquid from the trees, from a lacquer tree. They spray it on and then they sand it. Yeah, for one small piece of lacquer painting, they have to spend at least 1 month. One small piece like this, 1 month to make. The whole over here spent about 5 years to make. All of the material is gold. I can take you to the place that you can see how they make lacquer painting. That is the whole workshop that I'm gonna show you from the beginning of the wood to the end of the piece of art as well. And welcome everyone to the private apartment. This one is the presidential apartment. The president family, they stay here. We are staying on the floor, but you can see that with this architecture, it's make you feel like you are staying right on
Ground floor.
the ground floor.
Yeah.
On the other side is President daughter. The second president, he had two children, yeah, son and daughters. And at the back of this space, this one is the dining room that belonged to his family. Yeah, and actually back then over here that they have another room as well for the president family. You can recognize that the president they wasn't stay here because he stay in another floor. You can see another bedroom that belonged to the president daughters. The decoration looks softer for the girl.
The president daughter.
Dắt một cây dưới đấy được hả?
You can take a look on the wall. You're gonna see a lot of decoration, right? All of that is about our culture, our history as well. Like a dragon boat, like the hammock that we used to use to carry the kings or the governors around. Some animals of our country as well. All of this is a piece of art. Vice President receptional room. Yeah. So you can compare between the Vice President and the President receptional room over there. You can see that the Vice President is look a bit more calm.
Yeah.
It's not really show the power like the President room.
Yeah.
The President room, they use the ivory, the elephant, tooth. Yeah, ivory. Yeah. To show a lot of clothes that belong to President and his lady, the first lady, I mean president wife. You can take a look over there. A lot of space for keeping clothes.
The closet.
Right here is the president room. Over here is exactly like 5-star bedroom.
Yeah.
And actually it is. When the architects, when he built this palace, he tried to build the bedroom that belonged to the president with a different gate and 5-star standard. And you may have a question that why the president didn't stay inside the family bedroom, right? Actually, because above the family bedroom is the helicopter path. Over there is pretty noisy. To do that, they have to run. They can't gently move down.
Yeah.
That's why when they run, the stairs have to small that make sure that they can hold on both sides of the stair, and then they go down like an arrow.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's why this stair is very narrow and it have very few. Is the gaming room. Inside this room, they have a lot of place that right in the middle is the table that they can play some Western card. Yeah. Over there is the like the relaxed chair that the gentleman can stay over there, drinking a cup of whiskey or something like that and gossiping about their wife. This room is gonna be the place that they're drinking cocktail. Remember that down there is the apartment. President family apartment is down there. Helipad is above. That's why sometimes it's pretty noisy. And the second president, the vice president, he usually come to work by helicopter. That's why it's make the situation. Welcome to the cinema, the theaters as well. This is like the complex of the cinema and the theaters. And that is the projector room that you can play the movies. Over there that they have the stage that they can have some performance. And over there is the movie scene.
Sound and bulletproof door.
Sound and bulletproof.
These are like a dining.
The room that you see right here, this one is the first lady receptional room. Yeah, it means that the president's wife receptional room. Yeah. So actually, between first lady and first lady, they also have some meeting as well. For example, the first lady of Vietnam or the first lady of French, they met here pretty long time ago. And this is the room that the president's wife used to treat the counterpart from another country. You can come over here, you can see her picture. Nguyễn Thị Mai Anh, that is her name, the first lady. And over here, La Première Dame. And she is the first lady of the French ambassador. Over here is the stair and the elevator that taking food and people, staff to the dining room.
Oh.
You can walk around and you're gonna see that the whole room over here, once again, 5-star restaurant standard. All of them is from Japan. Very thick, very durable. And a freaking big fridge. This is the fridge, refrigerator, but very thick. It looks like a bunker. The coffee machine over there, the steam machine right here, in the ice cream. Yeah, alo. Tầm cỡ khoảng 12 giờ ấy anh. Ok anh nhà dạ anh ơi. Sorry.
Oh. Yeah, thank you. All right.
Today is a busy day. Yes. So welcome everyone to the post office. In front of you is the colonial architectures, and the building was built by French. Yeah. Okay. At the palace, I already showed you the Nordon Palace, the General Governor building that was built by French, right? At this place, I'm gonna show you the other one. The building at the back of me was built by French as well, about 1896. Yes. You know that at that time, French, they really need the place that can help them to connect their motherland and their colony. And the post office was built for that reason. And you know that this one is also the place